Oliver is 20 years old and lives alone. He is quite normal, everything you expect a 20-year-old to be. One night, he couldn't find sleep. When he closed his eyes, a million thoughts would shove their way through his mind and prevent him from resting. It often happened to him. He explains that he had relationship problems, he is unemployed and is most likely going towards a pointless future. These problems kept him awake at night, so every day he needed a distraction to occupy his mind until sleep would finally grip him. So, as every other guy in their 20s would do, he grabbed his laptop, opened the Tor browser, which is the browser used to go to the dark web, and started searching through the sites. He is not a buyer or anything like that. He simply enjoys going through these websites to entertain himself, or simply because he is curious. He also likes to read the customers' reviews that were usually disappointing. He explains that he feels ashamed to find an amusement in other people's misery, but that kept him from thinking about his own. Once he was done with the drugs, he joined a chat room that was new to him. It looked like those early 2000s kind of websites. In the top left, it showed the total active users, only two, him and a stranger. At first, he thought that it was just some random guy, probably struggling with the same sleep issues. He wasn't really interested and moved the mouse to close the website when a message popped in his screen.
Hello?
Hi.
Don't click away from this site, please.
Why not?
I just need a minute of your time, please. It's a matter of life or death.
He let out a sarcastic chuckle at the absurdity of this statement, but at the same time he had a strange feeling. He suddenly felt cold and started to panic.
I'm just gonna go.
Don't do this, Oliver.
When he read his name, he froze in place. A lot of questions started running through his insomniac head. How he'd gotten it? Did he hack his computer? Or was it a friend playing a prank on him? But that wasn't possible. He didn't have any personal information on his computer.
How do you know that name?
If you just stay there and listen to what I have to say, I'll tell you everything.
I'm here.
Your name is Oliver Gleason. You are 24 years old. You were an underachiever at school, but you always falsely considered yourself to be above average intelligence. You thought that if you just put your mind into something, you'd be able to do it. Unfortunately, procrastination got the better of you, and now you're left with little more than a failing relationship you didn't even want in the first place. Your girlfriend, Jennifer, is already looking for a way out. She hooked up with some guy last time she went out. Though she feels guilty, it has made her realize there's just no love between you anymore. You accidentally lost your mother's car keys when you were a child, but she never found out. When you close your eyes, you can imagine pictures. You've wondered for a long time if that is normal, but haven't dared to ask. It's called aphantasia, since you weren't able to research it successfully. And last, you constantly worry about death. Not because of your belief in the afterlife, but because you're worried your impact on this world has been close to nothing. Good news is that last part might be avoidable. Oliver, I knew you're still there.
How? How in the fuck can you know all of these things? Who are you? What do you want from me?
You're not ready yet. I know exactly how this goes, and if I tell you too early, it will screw everything up.
Not ready for what?
I'm going to send you something, and I need you to tell me exactly what you see. Is that understood?
Just do it then.
The mysterious guy then sent him a picture that Oliver recognized quite well. The picture showed the previous neighborhood where Oliver lived, but something was strange about it. All he could see was apocalyptic destruction. The house is in ruins, the roads cracked, no people left, pieces of cloth littered the streets. The sky itself was colored by an unusual blue color. But despite how familiar everything seemed, there were a few new buildings also taking part in the ruins, houses Oliver hadn't seen during his last visit a few months earlier.
Do you know where that is?
Yes, I used to live there.
What do you see?
What happened here?
No one really knows, but look beyond the destruction. What do you see?
The buildings, I know most of them, but there are a few new ones, and a part of the park is missing.
Do you know why?
Then, the idea hit him like a brick. A theory so ludicrous it couldn't possibly be true. Yet, he felt it as a fact, with absolute certainty.
The picture is from the future.
That's right.
How is that possible? How did you even find this?
That doesn't matter, Oliver. What matters is how we stop this from ever happening.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Oliver Gleason.
Why didn't you lead with that statement?
Would you have believed it without the rest of this conversation?
I suppose not.
There's going to be an event in the first half of 2021 known as the Fracture. No one really knows where or how it started, just that it tore a hole in the fabric of time itself. Billions of people are going to die instantly, and the rest will be trapped in small pockets surrounded by utter destruction. There they will wait until the fracture spreads and kills them. That is if they don't starve to death first. We've been here for 2 years now, trying to contact people in the past through the rift, but only now did I manage to find a working link, which just happened to be the website we're currently chatting through.
So what's going to happen to us? How can we stop it?
You need to warn people, make sure this future never happens.
How?
You just need...
The sentence just ended abruptly there, as if he'd fallen onto his keyboard and accidentally hit send. He tried to regain contact, but no matter how many messages he sent, none reached him. He knew then that his future self had died. He's been left with this terrible knowledge of knowing the world is going to end without any information on how to stop it.